Hi, my name is Simren, and in my Fromm class, we came across the topic of left versus right brain thinking. So I decided to talk about this. In class, we briefly discussed how people who predominantly use their left brain are more methodical, verbal, and logical, while people who predominantly use their right brain are more creative and think more out of the box. So I wanted to learn more about this topic and decided to research whether this notion of left brain versus right brain thinking is really true. So I came up with a couple of questions like, do some people really use one half of their brain more than the other half? And what is the significance of this? So like I said, I researched and read that the right and left hemispheres of our brain are connected to each other by this thing called corpus callosum, and that the nerve fibers connect both sides of the brain. So then I thought, do some people have their learning and thought centers in one half of the brain? And is this different in different people? So when I was researching, I came across this article that said that scientists at the University of Utah studied the brain scans of 1,000 people to determine if the activity in the brain was more in one side than the other side. Then they found that the activity was almost uniformly equal on both sides of the brain, thus proving the myth that logical, methodical, and analytical people use their left brain and that creativity is a function of the right brain wrong. So we know that most right-handed people have their speech centers situated in the left brain, and therefore a left brain stroke can cause the inability to speak. This type of information created the unfounded notion that functions like organization and creativity emanate from different sides of the brain. The neurons in the brain are so interconnected with each other that most functions are a result of global use of the brain. So after learning all this information, I realized that people have merely used the two halves of the brain to explain and categorize different personalities and behavior, although there is no scientific basis of doing that. People mostly do this because it makes it very convenient for them to explain why people think and do things differently. So is this a good thing or a bad thing? And I don't think it's necessarily a good thing because it places people in different categories and in a sense like different boxes. It could imply that people using one side of the brain may be smarter than people using the other side of the brain. So it was a surprise to me that so many people believe in the left versus right brain myth when there's no scientific evidence to support this thinking. So thanks for listening to my thoughts and research.